Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of OmniFactory. So in the previous episode, I think we built the vacuum freezer and I have been using it. As you can see, I have upgraded this furnace to Kanthal, and in this episode I hope to build more of these furnaces, but not with Kanthal, but with nichrome. So to create nichrome, you need to freeze a hot nichrome ingot. And to get nichrome ingots, you need chrome ingots and nickel ingots. So just to get 5 of them, you just need 4 nickel and 1 chrome, and it takes about 40 seconds, I believe. Let me see. We have a nichrome coil block, assembler, nichrome coil. There we go. And all the way of chain, and yes, it does in fact take 40 seconds at high voltage for 80 EU per tick, and it does require Kanthal coil blocks. That's why I built them, but we're only going to be using them for this one furnace, and it's still not done. So while we do that, we need some other things first. So let's get some invar. So we need 56 of these casings, heat proof. So if I can see, so we need these invar frames. So for 56 we need at least 5 of them to make 5 batches. So 5 batches would be 15 plates. So 15 plates, and 5 times 15, 5 times 5 is 25, divided by 2 is like 13. Okay, so let's put 13 of these inside of the extruder, so we get rods, and then we can build them into the frames, and then we need 6 per, so a lot of invar plates. So I'm just gonna put a stack in there, and our hot nichrome is probably ready. Yep, there we go, and it does deal you damage, so you have to be careful. Still, hot ingots still deal you damage. This freezer is fast, but we can take some time to process them all. So as you can see, I have some nichrome ingots in here, so like 8 stacks and a half. So we're going to need 10 stacks in total, so for all furnaces. But I don't have any chrome, and we can get chrome from these Kanthal coil blocks. If we electrolyze them, we can get about half a stack from all of them. So let's just wait for this to finish. It takes some time for these invar rods. And let's just I move the crafting table here so we can easily craft these. So 16 or 6, there we go, 1 rod left over. And then we can make, we can actually make these in the assembler, so we don't use our tools. Yep, there we go. And we need 56 of these. So if I put this in here, it should start producing them. Now we need 4 blast furnace controllers, so they're quite easy to make. So we need some thin cables, some refined circuits, furnaces, which I pre-made, and that's pretty much all, I believe. So if I put this in this configuration, oh no, wrong, these two are swapped, like this, and then thin wires. So we should get 1 OmniDollar for this. Blast furnaces galore, or more blast furnaces. Blast furnaces galore is the next tier in here. We need 4 more for this. As you continue to progress, crafting times 4. Yeah, so we get another OmniDollar for even more furnaces. But let's claim our first OmniDollar here and just put it in the system and wait for the frames to finish. So now we need 54 of these, because we already have 4 in here, and we have 24. I don't think we have enough invar for all of them. 27, let's see, do we have any more invar? And otherwise, to make invar, you need just iron. So let's grab a this much iron, and nickel. And we don't have any nickel because we used it. I used it all for the nichrome coil blocks, which we're gonna use. So we can just put this into the smelter and wait for them to finish. And in the meantime, we can get ready with the other stuff. So we need some high voltage holes, 24 of them. We need 4. Oh, excuse me, I accidentally minimized this. So CF, we need 4 of them. So if I go to this, we need 4 of them, and I'm just going to make the... Okay, so that was quite a weird ending. I just had to go and do something. So we need 4 CFs, each with 2 4 times wires, so 32 of these in total. So 32, do we have enough ingots? No, we don't. So for vibrant, we need ender pearls and energetic alloy in the blast furnace, which is faster now because I turned this one into high voltage as well. As you can see, high voltage CF, high voltage energy input hatch. And speaking of energy input hatches, we need 4 of them as well. So 4 cables and 4 holes. So 4 holes. Let's wait for the cables. 1, 2. Come on. 3, 4. There we go. And now we just need the input and output buses. So 8 of these and chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the output bus. Oh, we're out of holes, so I can just place all of them inside. And then we need the fluid, so glass. And we don't have enough of that, so sand. And just melt this sand in the furnace. Grab some, vibrant alloys. Let's see, yeah, so 10 more. So the glass is ready, and we can just grab our holes, 4 of them. Oh no, it's top to bottom. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's basically everything we need. We have 4 extra machine holes for some reason. Oh yeah, the CFs, of course. Let's just grab our ingots and make 32 of these. And now I have no energetic alloy or vibrant alloy. Nope. I do have the wires. So we just need to wait for these to finish processing. So 10 more. And just clear the terminal before that. There we go. You can just convert them all into ×4, and then 1, 2, and what's me? Oh, so conduits. So we need even more vibrant alloy to convert even more conduits into vibrant conduits. So we have some vibrant alloy. So for the conduits, as you can see, I have a lot of them here and routed back, and these are vibrant alloy conduits. And the next tier of conduits is end steel. And we can get 4 end steel conduits from 1 vibrant alloy energy conduit. So we can basically multiply our conduit capacity by 4. And that will be great because we won't have to make as much of them. We already have a lot of vibrant alloy conduits, so now we'll just have to convert them into end steel, probably in the next episode, or maybe even in this one, or in between episodes. So let's see, we have got most of the things for some of the furnaces. So let's start building them. So I want to build them in here, as you know, the multi-block area, and let's just grab these item output buses and input buses, these two. So the output bus goes here, input bus goes here, EBF controller goes here, and then we just need like this, and the CF energy input hatch and the CEF. There we go, it starts filling up with energy. As you can see, it's full already. That didn't take that much time. And for each blast furnace, we need 2 stacks of nichrome ingots converted into wires. So let's just claim our rewards for nichrome ingots in here. So 1 Omni quarter. And in progression, we should have something to claim as well. Yep. There we go. So yeah, this is in progression because it's just different stages of these coil blocks. Each one with a faster for the multi-smelter, which is basically a furnace, or with a higher temperature for the electric blast furnace. So let's just grab more of these. There we go, 15 more. And then these. So you need 2 times chrome wires, and you need them like this, and you need 16 of them per a furnace. So would be will 2 stacks? Oh yeah, so it's 1 stack. Oh, it's barely made 1 stack into wires. Can put them more. So recipe, shift click, recipe. Do this, balance grid, and there we go. So 8 of them. And as you can see, these have a basic heating capacity of 3600 Kelvin, or times 4 for the multi-smelter. So let's just put these wires, let's just take all of them that have pairs and just put them into the wire mill when these finish, and put some other stuff that we don't need currently into the system. So I don't need a blitz rod right now. There we go, another stack completed. So uses. Did my wrench break? Or did I just put it in here? Oh, there it is. So wrought iron wrench, surrounded by these. There we go, and soon I'll need a new wrench. So nichrome coil block, and we just need 16 of them, and let's just claim the rewards in here. Omni quarter, and let's switch to the mid game tab. So in this episode, as you can see, we can get to titanium. But first I want these 4 extra blast furnaces, just because we can smelt items way quicker that way. So let's just put the fluid input hatches, not here but up there, and fluid output hatch here. And this should be, yep, and this is now a blast furnace. So for the next, we need 1 here and then 1 here. I wonder if I can put any space in between them. So this would be 1 block of space. No, I actually cannot. So let's just put them together like this. Hopefully, oh no, 2 blocks. Hopefully it will work. I'm not sure if it will work if we just pack them together like this. But let's try. So output volt, output bus, input bus, then energy input hatch, back here, CEFs, back here like this. Oh, and I missed this one. Back here, and before we continue, I just want to check on these wires. Yep, a stack has already been converted. And then we just need to fill the gaps. So we have to fill everything in here. Not this block, this is outside the multi-block structure. And then we can place a torch here. Nope, another block higher, so here. So this looks pretty nice as it is, but we still need some more nichrome. And we can get nichrome. We can get chrome because I don't have any, because I used it all in this nichrome. So I'm just going to pulverize these Canthal coil blocks and make them back into chrome and nickel, and then, or chrome, yeah, and make them back into chrome and all other basic resources that it's made from, and then we can just combine the chrome and nickel into nichrome to get the rest of the furnace coils that we need. As you can see, it gets a 8 cancel dust per block. You can just centrifuge them, I believe. Yep. As you can see, iron, aluminium, and chrome. And this should be done with another. So I can just do this. And I need another wrench because mine is about to break. And the ME system currently doesn't need one. Can I combine them? Nope. I have to do them, make them like this. Use them one by one. So we are probably going to need some more wrenches to complete these quests. Oh, no, wrong. Oh god, these take a long time to break. And for some reason, wrenches are faster. I don't know. So, fluid hatch here. Input, oh wait. Oh, those are all fluid input buses. So I messed this up, I have to replace them here. And this is, oh, this is an input bus. Yep, there we go. So just have to place a hatch and then fill all of these. And there we go, another blast furnace. So now we have 2 of them, all powered up and ready to go. And now we only need 2 more. So let's just wait for the wires to work. And meanwhile, while that's working, we can just get this chrome dust. So we have 3, so I think, oh no, we need for another furnace. So we need 35, so 7 more of these. And 28 nickels, but this has to first be converted into ingots. So as you can see, this furnace is fully functional. The only thing I'm concerned about is the power usage. As you can see, this bank can hold up the blackout for some time, but not forever. So we will have to build this thing, a nuclear reactor, pretty soon. But for now, let's just keep using the power that we currently have. And we can just pop these 2 in here. How many more? 3 more. Okay. So let's just do that. Our wires are probably ready. Yep, I'm gonna need more wrought iron. So let's craft 12 ingots. And we need 6 of them per wrench. And the furnace is down here. It's relatively fast, but it can be faster, of course. High voltage, insane voltage, extreme voltage. In the reverse order, extreme is before insane. So iron, 12, and we have a hammer. So recipe. There we go. And I can just, oops, do this. And we got 2 more wrenches. Oops. So now we can actually convert these into ×2 cables. And let's just balance grid. 3, 8, 12, and here should be 16 with another stack. There we go. We need a lot of these coil blocks. And the good thing about them is, as I said previously with the cancel coil blocks, when you don't need them anymore, you can basically pulverize them and centrifuge them and get the resources back. That's pretty neat. So let's just finish another one of these. Input hatch, output hatch. So the privilege of using high voltage for the vacuum freeze recipes, I could have used medium voltage, but if I if I use this high voltage, it will make them much faster. For example, this should take around, let's see, 8.4 seconds, but as you can see, this is not 8.4 seconds. This is way faster than 8.4 seconds. So that's the privileges of using higher voltage. You can overclock stuff to make it work faster. So let's just put everything we have in here. So 13 will be enough. There we go. Finally over with this stuff. So now we just need some more nichrome wires. So a stack. That will be for 8. Oh, and it's not broken yet. I thought it will break. So now we just need to complete this nichrome. And 15 are here. 5 more are here. And I am going to connect all of these to a cable, an item conduit cable, and so we can have evenly distribute them and access all of these with just one chest, so that we don't have to go and distribute them ourselves. So let's just put all of the stuff that's centrifuged in here. So Kanthal, okay, so we can also pulverize this into and centrifuge them back into dust, and then centrifuge them back into the basic components. So this will break. Yep. And now we have another blast furnace. I can put this aluminum back. So now we have 4 of them. Actually, we completed it and just need that one to finish that one. So these have all components on high voltage. So as you saw, it has 16 slots in here and 16 slots in here, and that the top one is still on low voltage, but hopefully I'm going to fix that in between episodes or maybe at the end of this episode. But for now, we have completed our furnaces. So yeah, now I'm just going to complete the last one. And okay, so with the last blast furnace completed, we can move on to the last part, the second part of the video. So now that we have the blast furnaces, we can complete this titanium quest. I mean, we could do it earlier too, but I just wanted to make some blast furnaces just so we can connect them to the EMI system, or just connect them together so we can have stuff made quicker. So now to create titanium, we need hot titanium, and for hot titanium we need the titanium tetrachloride, and for that we need an HV chemical reactor. So for that we can just go here and type chemical reactor, and we're missing a lot of stuff. So we need a hull. So let's craft one. Missing a wrench. Okay, hull 1, motor 1, refined processor array 2, vibrant alloy is missing. So ender pearl, and we can just macerate these energetic alloy cables I saved from the blast furnace connections. So we can just smelt this now to energetic alloy and convert them into vibrant alloy through the blast furnace. There we go, that will be enough. And then what else do we need? A steel rotor. Yep, steel rotor. So for steel rotor we need some steel, of course. So we need 4.5 ingots. So with 4.5, I meant to say that we need 1 rod and 4 plates. There we go. So we can just turn this rod into a ring by smashing it with a hammer. And then these plates are just the compressed version. If you put them together with a bit of soldering alloy, you need 32 millibuckets, you get a rotor. And now I think we should be able to do everything except for gold alloy cables. Okay, the gold cables, not gold alloy. So gold, And now we need some vibrant alloy. And now we can make the refined processor arrays. So 1, 2. Let's see how much time it will take. 7 seconds. And these 7 seconds are taking up a lot of time. And luckily I had some regular processors stored, so we can skip all the process of making regular processors. So now we can, hopefully, come on, 1 already done, still only 1, still only 1, still only 1, and there we go. Advanced chemical reactor 2. So we can just place this next to the macerator, claim our rewards, and move on to creating titanium tetrachloride. So for this we're going to need some chlorine, rutile, and carbon. So for carbon, it's not that hard to get. You have some, it's just centrifuged charcoal or coal dust. For rutile, it's just rutile ores either smelted and then macerated through a tedious process and get them doubled. So now we have rutile dust, and the last thing we need is chlorine. So we need 4 chlorine, so that's 8 salts, and when you electrolyze them you get chlorine. So let's just clear this oxygen tank in here. As you can see, I have a lot of oxygen. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, to be honest. So there we go, the last bucket of chlorine. There we go. And how much time does it take? 25 seconds. So then we need some magnesium, which I have in stock. You can just get this from various different ores, or a recipe from various different ores. And the best thing is, when you once use it to create magnesium chloride, which is the side product of making titanium, you can get chlorine back and magnesium back. So it's basically never run out of magnesium. And there we go, titanium tetrachloride. Oh yeah, and we need a bucket, so for the quest you require a bucket, otherwise you can't continue the quest line. There we go, titanium tetrachloride. Now the way we make it, as you can, I showed you already. Almost had a stroke there. You need, it's a bit different than the other stuff. So you put the liquid in, then you put 2 of these in here, and it will start working onto a hot titanium ingot. Combining titanium tetrachloride with magnesium in an electric blast furnace, approximating the Kroll process, will net you your first titanium. Unfortunately, it's super hot. You need to cool it in a vacuum freezer for it to be usable. If you are auto-crafting on demand, it's better to not have your ME network know about output in this intermediate state. Outputting the hot titanium ingot directly into a vacuum freezer avoids extra computations and item types. If you absolutely insist on putting hot ingots into your network, you have to manually encode with the pattern that with an ingot that damages you while you hold it. So that we experienced firsthand with Kanthal, that it damages you. Oh, so it's in here. And they all do the same damage. I mean, I didn't spot a difference, and I just put it in the vacuum freezer. There we go, titanium. And with titanium we can move on to EV machine hulls to make EV assembling machines, or into titanium heavy plating, which is just created by 2 titanium plates, which can be used for a space station assembler, which sounds kinda cool, or a tier 2 microminer. So a tier 2 microminer is a better version of the tier 1, it gets you a lot of ores, so it also gets you tungstate, scheelite, copper, niobium, some bauxite, cassiterite, radium salt, or stellar creation data. But we're going to mostly be using it for tungstate, so we can get tungsten out of it. So 7 tungsten dusts is tungsten and lithium. So we're going to need tungsten for tungsten steel and tungsten carbide for insane voltage. So that will basically cover it for today's episode. Yeah, we got onto titanium And in the next episode, I believe we can go down the tier 2 microminer path. If we have enough stuff, I'm just going to check it up in between episode. But yeah, that was it. If you enjoyed, please make sure to hit the like button, and I hope to see you in the next episode.